सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम बोलो स्वामी सद्गुरु शिवानंद महाराज की जय। ओम बोलो स्वामी विष्णुदेवानंद महाराज की जय। Hari Om. That's it. Om Namah Shivaya. I offer my pranams to the lotus feet of Masters. I pray Masters give us all the perfect understanding. It's Swami who speaks through us. It's Swami who listens through all of us. Hari Om. That's it. Om Namah Shivaya. We are in chapter 4, slokam 37. So in slokam number 37, we were talking about the actions that leaves reaction. Any karma that we do, scientifically also it's proven, any karma that we do, it is falling under 3 classifications. One is from the past, it is not yet operative, sanchita karma. The other one is prarabdha karma, which is operative. Agami karma, which is going to be operative in the future, not in the present, it is in the future. So, not yet operative, operative and operative in the future. So, when we experience this wisdom, the person who has experienced this wisdom, who has this divine experience, all these karmas get dissolved. So, he will only have the prarabdha karma, rest all the karmas get dissolved. Jnanagni sarva karmani basmasat kurute tatha. All these divine, when we get the divine experience, all these karmas, they just get destroyed. When we do an action, where does it belong to? It belongs to this I. When the ahankar, the happiness or the unhappiness, where does it get into? That ahankar. This atma never feels happy or unhappy. All these happiness, the unhappiness, that all comes only to this ahankar. And when you get the divine experience, that ahankara personality, that dies, and there is no trace of actions. There is no reaction trace. Everything gets dissolved. So Bhagavan says that all the karmas get burnt. They get burnt down when you get this divine experience. How do we relate this? Suppose we go to we eat an ice cream. We go to an ice cream shop. Now a lot of ice cream parlors have come. You go to an ice cream parlor and there is a variety and you can choose. You choose which are all the combination of ice cream that you have, and all that toppings, everything is have. You have this nuts and everything you choose, and you get your ice cream. You eat your ice cream. What is that you get? Happy feel. That I wanted to eat the ice cream. You ate the ice cream. The ice cream is happy in your tummy and you feel little heavy. That you ate the ice cream. And that richness is there in your tummy, right? Suppose you eat an ice cream in your dream. In the dream, you go to a shop, you along with your friend, you choose all the combinations and all the toppings, you eat an ice cream in a dream. When you wake up, do you feel that satisfaction of eating that ice cream? No. Do you feel that heaviness in your tummy? No. Why? Because there is no I in your dream. So similarly, when you get this knowledge, everything get destroyed. There is no I in it. Then nothing is, no karma, nothing is left. Only you have yathartha anubhavam, that experience of the truth. All these karmas get destroyed. This comes through the process of, the knowledge comes through the process of Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasana. Then it is just not a theory, it is a anubhavam, it is a experience. Slokam number 38. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate tat svayam yoga samsiddhaha kalenatmani vindati. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. Bhagavan says there is no great purifier, pavitram. There is no great purifier in this world other than knowledge. Knowledge is the best purifier. It purifies your mind. It purifies everything in this world. There is no other purifying purifier other than this divine knowledge. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa once says that there is a salt doll, a doll made of salt. This salt doll is away from the ocean. And the salt doll is, when it's living out of the ocean, it is always feeling a sense of deep sorrow, incompleteness. It always complains that I am lacking something in my life. I am not complete. I am not happy. There is a deep sorrow in it. The salt is always complaining. The salt doll feels incomplete. Then Master said, Ramana Maharishi said, go back to your source. Then the salt doll was taken to the ocean and made jump into the ocean. When the salt doll got into the ocean, when it got deep into it, what happens? It get dissolved into the ocean. It is not destroying. There is no destruction in that. It is getting one with that ocean. Similarly, the ahankar is the salt doll. The self is the ocean. How do we get into this source? Through constant inquiry, through the spiritual practice, through reading scriptures, listening to pravachans and discourses of the Itikasas and Puranas. Through that knowledge, Shravanam, get that knowledge, and that Shravanam, do the Mananam, contemplate, and then Nididhyasana, meditate upon it, gain this knowledge, get into the source. When you get into that source, Ramana Maharishi says that it is your own Atma. The Brahma is shining there. Brahma is shining there. Dive within yourself and remain with yourself and experience this blissful. There is no greater purifier other than this knowledge. So how do we purify? There are a lot of ways that has been mentioned. Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga. You can go to the spiritual religious tour, Tirtha Yatra. We go to Tirtha Yatra and get a dip in the holy river, visit the temples and do pujas, rituals that is prescribed in the Vedas, pujas, rituals, all these. When we do, our mind, that is the path to get this purification. Now there is a subtle risk in here. When you keep doing this Tirtha Yatra, when you keep visiting these temples and when you do this Karma Yoga, what is the risk element here? The Ahankar still remains. So there is a possibility that this Ahankar can get little stronger. I have now gone to all the places. I have got a dip in all the holy river. All these 4 dams I have visited, and we have visited all the Krishna temples. Now I'm pure. My mind is purified. I'm all this I'm now pure. I'm now, that is getting stronger. So there is a risk element here. We need to be conscious. We need to do that as Karma Yoga to get that purification. So ultimately only this knowledge purify us completely. And how do this knowledge come? Tat Tat Swayam Yoga Samsiddha, through the Karma Yoga. First, through Karma Yoga, purify your mind. Once you purify your mind, then you become fit to gain this knowledge. And when you get fit to gain this knowledge, then you get into this experience. What are the there are some qualifications. Swami says there are technical qualifications that you require to gain this knowledge. What are the qualification? Sadhana chatushtaya. There are fourfold means. Swami Shivananda says there are fourfold. What are they? Viveka. Viveka is discrimination. The first step is, we need to go step by step. The first step is Viveka. Viveka is discrimination. Discrimination between the real and unreal, permanent and temporary, self and non-self. Keep on discriminating. Is this permanent? If that is not permanent, then it is not real. Keep negating that. Discrimination is Viveka. Next, Sadhana Chatushtaya. Next qualification is Vairagya. What is Vairagya? Dispassion from the enjoyment of objects, non-attachment. Dispassion is the next qualification. It is Vairagya. The third one is Sat Sampat. Sat Sampat is sixfold virtues. There are six in the Sat Sampat. What are the six? Shama. Shama is tranquility, which is peace of mind, contentment. Whenever a desire comes, immediately there is no need to satisfy that, fulfill that desire. Okay, so contentment. Be contented with what you have. Dhamma. Dhamma is training the senses, controller of sense organs, training to control the sense organs, the karma indriyas. Uparati. Uparati is turning towards inward. From the external, turn your attention towards inward, which means self-withdrawal. Titiksha. Titiksha means endurance, forbearance, tolerance. Tolerance towards to bear all the hardships in life. We might think the next person is not getting, the neighbor is very happy all the time. You don't know what he is undergoing, what he or she is undergoing. So everybody have the hardships. You need to build the tolerance towards the hardships, ability to tolerate, ability to bear the hardships. That is Titiksha. Shraddha, faith, certainty, intense in the certainty about the path that you are choosing. Samadhana, focusing our attention on the goal, concentration. The last one is Mumukshutvam. Mumukshutvam means you need to have the burning desire towards that enlightenment, the intense desire. When you listen to a discourse, when you listen to Swamiji's speech, when you listen to Swamiji's discourse, we feel that we are going to take this path. When we come out of that, then we are changing. Then that means you don't have the burning desire. You don't have the intense desire for that liberation. So Mumukshutvam is that one of the qualification. You need to constantly, that desire have to be constantly in you to get into that liberation mode. So these are required. These are the qualification required. When you get this qualification, Kalenatmani Vindati. Kalena means at the appropriate time, Vindati, it will be revealed. Where it will be revealed? Atmani, in your own Atma. In your own Atma, you can see all these. At the appropriate time, it will be revealed in your own Atma. First, what we need to do? We need to do the Karma Yoga, purify our mind, and then get into this Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. Then acquire all this qualification, then become a fit instrument to receive it. Then this knowledge will set you free. Slokam number 39. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparas samyatendriyaha jnanam labdva param shantim achirenadi gacchati. We know how to approach a teacher. We need to be humble. We need to ask the right questions with respect, and we need to do seva. So we know how to approach the teacher. Here, Krishna says there is one more qualification that is required is Shraddhavan. Shraddhavan means you need to have that faith. You need to have that faith, complete faith, unshakable faith to the scriptures. You need to have that unshakable faith on the teacher. So, whatever the teacher says, that must be true. Whatever the scriptures say, that must be true. You need to have that faith. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Those who have that faith, they will gain that knowledge. Tatparaha. After that, after getting that faith, Tatparaha, you need to ready to put all your effort to understand and get into this knowledge. That all have to come as Yathartha Anubhavam. It should not remain as just information. You need to Tatparaha. Tatpartha means you need to put effort to convert that knowledge into understanding and acceptance. Swami Vivekananda says, arise, awake and stop till not you get your goal achieved. We need to constantly keep ourselves towards that goal until it is achieved. Stop not. We need to have that Shraddha. So we need to have that faith, unshakable faith, and Tatparaha. We need to put that all that effort. Jnanam labdva param shantim achirenadi gacchati. Then that will give a sign that you have gained that knowledge. That jnanam labdva, that gives a sign. And what is that sign? The noise of your ahankar in you that gets dissolved. There will not be any noise in you. That gets resolved, and there will be absolute peace. All these disturbances will go away. Slokam number 40. Agnyascha shraddhadanascha samshayatma vinashyati nayam lokesti na paro na sukham samshayatmanaha. Bhagavan Krishna says the three types. First one is Ajnanam, who is ignorant. Then Ashraddha, who doesn't have faith. Shraddha means faith. Faith. In the last sloka, he said you need to have that faith. Here he says Ashraddha, one who doesn't have that faith. The third one is Samshayam. Samshayam means conviction that everything is false. Everything, always doubtful. So Bhagavan says, the ignorant who doesn't have this knowledge, ignorant, and who doesn't have faith, Ashraddha, meaning who doesn't have faith. Who doesn't have faith, at least is okay. There will be people who have half faith, semi-faith. They will go to discourses, they'll say, okay, first and all I agree, and later that I don't agree because it is not practically not possible. Maybe that day it is possible, now it is not possible. Semi-faith. Okay? So that all comes under this Ashraddha, lack of faith. The last one is completely Suddham. Samshayatma, always conviction that everything is false. There is no God. All these Mahatmas are cheaters. What and all they are saying is absolute untruth. They are all false. These are all extreme kind of people. The first two kind, the ignorant, Ajnani, that Ashraddha, at least they have some little scope. They can get into this path. But the last one, Samshayatma, always Samsayam. In everything he will have doubt. When that kind of people, Bhagavan says, Na ayam loka asti, na ayam lokesti. Not even in this world, they will have little peace of mind. They can never experience peace and joy. Not only in this world, na paro, na sukham samsayatmanaha. These kind of people, in this world itself, they cannot get happiness. Where is the question of panaparam, other world? Where is the question of Swargaloka? They cannot get happiness. It is like people, we would have come across people like this. They will order a cab. The cab will come. They want to go to some destination. They will get into the cab. After getting into the cab, they look at the driver. Samshayam has come, the doubt. Oh, is he drunk? Will he take us to the proper destination? Do you think he knows the correct route? Do you think he has a proper driving license? All Samshayam comes. What happens? His journey is completely unhappy. Okay, these kind of Samshayam people, they cannot be happy in this world, leave alone in this world. Where is the question of Naparam? Where is the other world? Slokam number 41. Yoga sanyasta karmanam jnana sanchinna samshayam atmavantam na karmani nibagnanti dhananjaya. Atmavantam means one who has experienced the self, meaning one who has gained that knowledge. Dhanavantam, one who has dhanam, one who has wealth is called dhanavantaha. One who has the bhogam, that good qualities is Bhagavan, Dhanavan. Like that, Atmavan, one who has experienced this Atma is Atmavan. Atmavantam, one who has experienced that self. Yoga sanyasta karmanam. How did they get that? By renouncing the karmas, by going through the yoga of knowledge, karma yoga. By yoga through knowledge that I am not the doer, by saying that I am not the doer, by following all this, they have realized the self. Jnana samchinna samshayam. Through knowledge, all doubts, all confusions, all the impurities in the mind, negativities in the mind, everything samchinna, they get destroyed, they get dispelled. Such a person, such an individual is called Atmavan, Atmavantam. Na karmani nibagnanti. When that divine experience is come to that person, when he experienced that bliss, there is no karma bondage for him. Na karmani nibagnanti. There is no bondage. All the karmas don't bind this person. So Arjuna, one who dispels all the doubts by the knowledge, by acquiring knowledge. One who completely renounces all the actions. How can you renounce all the actions? Through karma yoga. One who is situated in the self, Atmavantan. So all these three kind of people, they all get the divine experience and there is no bondage. Na karmani nibagnanti. There is no bondage. Slokam number 42. Tasmat ajnana sambhutam hristam jnanasinatmanaha chitvainam samshayam yogam atishtottishta bharata. Samshayam, that destroy the doubt, Arjuna, that destroy that samshayam, destroy the doubt that you have to go follow my teachings, go in that karma yoga path, listen to my teachings, understand my teaching. With that understanding, destroy all the doubt. When will a doubt come? Only when you are ignorant. Doubt comes from ignorance. Doubt is coming from that indiscrimination. When does indiscrimination come? When you are ignorant. So remove all this doubt, listen to my teaching, understand my teaching and follow this path. Ajnana sambhutam hristam samshayam. With that knowledge, the ajnanam, with that acquiring this knowledge, acquiring this jnanam, chitva, cut asunder the ajnanam, all these doubts, cut asunder by this knowledge. Then establish yourself in the path of karma yoga. You can achieve this only through that karma yoga. All the yajna, Bhagavan Krishna explains 12 sacrifices, everything we have seen in the previous slokas. But still here he says that establish the path in that karma yoga. That karma yoga purifies your mind. Then once you get that purification, get into this knowledge path. How do we get into the knowledge path? We get into the Shravanam mode. Shravanam is listening to the scriptures, listening to the teachers, discourses, reading scriptures and Itikasams and Puranams, get that knowledge. Mananam. Contemplate on whatever that we have acquired this knowledge, and then meditate. Get into this yoga margam. Through this karma yoga, uttishtottishta, arise. Bharata means here the in the lineage of Bharata, meaning he is naming this for Arjuna. So Arjuna, uttishta, arise, remove all the doubts. Yogamatishtottishta. Follow this yogam. Here yogam is karma yogam path. So Arjuna, uttishta, arise, remove all these doubts. Follow this karma yoga path. And this karma yoga path will lead you, will purify your mind, and that will get into this blissful experience. So remove all the doubts, Arjuna. Arise and get ready to fight. With this sloka, we come to the end of chapter 4. We have seen 42 slokas on this chapter. With this, we come to an end of this session. Chapter 5 is Karma Sannyasa Yogam, true renunciation, and that is chapter 5. We will start from Monday, the 27th April. From Monday, we'll start this chapter 5 in Shivananda India page. With this, will come. There is a Sankalpa Vakya. Whenever we finish a chapter, we read this Sankalpa Vakya. Om Tat Satiti Shrimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvate Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama Chaturtodhyaya. We'll chant Om 3 times and end the session with a prayer. Om. 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 Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugantim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanad Mrityon Mukshiyamamritad. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugantim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanad Mrityon Mukshiyamamritad. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugantim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanad Mrityon Mukshiyamamritad. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Tukabhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Salutation to our masters. Om Bolo Swami Sadguru Shivananda Maharaj ki Jai. Om Bolo Swami Vishnu Devananda Maharaj ki Jai. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thanks for joining. Enjoy a beautiful weekend. We'll see you on Monday.